Imagine this. Imagine you have put in the effort. You spent a year and a half designing, developing, creating samples for your brand. It seems that the path in front of you is crystal clear and wide open for you to go into the market, but there's a problem. You go to launch and nothing happens. You have no sales. No one is talking about your brand. What's the problem? Are you the problem? Is the brand the problem? Well, the problem comes down to marketing. In order to understand what the go-to strategies are, let's understand what marketing is. It's about communicating to your customers what your product is, what the add value of the product is, and where your customers can find and purchase your product. The first domain is to let people know that you exist. The second domain is to communicate to people the value of the brand. And the third marketing domain is to funnel your customers to eventually get them to make a purchase. A successful marketing campaign starts off with a successful market research campaign. In order to understand how to communicate to your customers, you must first know who your customers are to figure out your target demographics, where your customers live in terms of actual physical demographics and the digital footprint of where they live. Another core component of successful marketing comes down to brand management. There's no point in spending a ton of time, money, and effort to create a marketing campaign and to reach the customer you want, but to deliver the wrong message. 3 is what we call as marketing communications. It is the way or the method by which we deliver our message. So you might be asking yourself, I'm a low-key brand. My products are so good that they can stand on their own and that they're going to automatically spread by word of mouth. My challenge and my question to you is, if you believe so much in your products, why not give them the best possible chance to get into the hands of as many people as are needed as possible? There are 3 core elements of any successful marketing promotion, and they come down to the 3 M's. The first M is going to be the market. By knowing the market, you understand what your customers want, what problems they have. So go out beforehand, conduct interviews, go and look at fashion forecasting websites, reports of previous sales periods. So if you're a new brand, try to create as close as possible a look-alike market to the one that you believe would be similar to yours, because you have a lack of data at this point. So you need to go off of what existing brands have. The second M is going to be the message. The message comes down to the information that you want to send to the customer. This comes down to reminding customers that they have a problem, you have the solution, and by respectfully inviting them to solve their problem through your products or your services. The third M is going to be media, and this is the means by which you deliver the message that we discussed in the previous point. Depending on your customer, you may have to go for a different message. Now that we understand what the 3 M's of the marketing promotion come down to, let's understand what creates a successful marketing promotion. There are 3 core P's that you have to attend to. The first, your product. By understanding your customers' needs and which geographies they live, you may be able to make more educated and elevated decisions over product design and development requirements. The second P is going to come down to the price that your customers are going to be willing to pay for the products. Most people may say, okay, Shadi, let's just price as low as possible so that we can capture the majority of the market. But depending on where your market positioning is, that may or may not be the case. Sometimes pricing too low may work against you because it creates a lower perceived value of your products and doesn't give you the cash flow necessary to continue to launch premium products down the line. At the same time, if your product range doesn't match the quality that you want and you end up pricing too high, there's also going to be a dissonance or a disconnection between the price and the perceived value. You always want to make sure that your price is lower than the perceived value and that your customers always feel that they are getting a great deal. The third P is going to come down to place. In this day and age, most brands have the opportunity to sell online, to be a direct-to-consumer brand. But again, depending on which area in the world that you live in, what demographic that you sell to, whether it's an older demographic, a younger demographic, you may need a physical in-store presence, or you may need to go through retail or distribution, depending on what industry you're in. If you guys are interested in continuing the conversation forward, I have over 7 years of experience. I've worked with thousands of brands. Check the link in the description. I offer one-on-one consultation calls and slots are extremely limited. I'd be more than happy to hop on a call with you guys. From the very bottom of my heart, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Fittdesign TV. Until next week's episode, stay awesome.